Hey guys, so we're on episode 3 of the Daily Grind on the 3rd of January 2017. So how did we get on today with our goals? Was it a case of the first day back at work? You were supposed to go to the gym this morning, but it was a bit cold, you were a bit tired, and you thought, hit the snooze, but an extra hour in bed, that'd be great. Or did you get up, do what you had to do, get after it, and smash your goals in the gym? Did you stick to your nutrition plan like you thought you were going to? Or were there a few temptations and maybe a few people brought in chocolates from after the Christmas and New Year period? Were they all a bit too tempting for you? Did you sort of pick and choose and not stick to that meal plan? And that's what I want to talk about today, is motivation. How do you stick to that gym routine you set for yourself? How do you stick to that new nutrition plan that you've invested that time and effort to create? It's all important stuff, it's all important to help you achieve your goals. But we're all humans, we're not robots. How do you make sure that you can deal with life situations, a long day at work where you don't want to go to the gym? How do you deal with that? That's what we're going to talk about today. So hopefully you enjoy the vlog, like what you see, let's get on with it. Okay, so the first thing to remember is that if you recall episode 1, and if you don't, you can sort of head back and go view that now, is that we were talking about setting goals. And the reason why whatever goal you came up with came to mind is because you wanted to achieve something. So you might have set a goal where you want to lose some body fat over the next 12, 16 weeks, whatever it may be. But there was an emotional reason why you wanted to achieve that particular goal. It might be that you want to be fitter so you can run around the park with your kids or your grandkids. It might be that you want to feel more self-confident. You feel that people look at you and judge you because maybe you're a little bit overweight and you don't want to have that feeling anymore. So there's always an emotional reason behind setting a goal. And what is important is that you always reconnect with that emotional reason as to why you set that goal. Okay, so you've got your emotional connection to that goal, whatever that may be. So what you want to think about now is that is what I would call your why. That's why you're doing this. That is why you're investing some time, some effort, and all that dedication over the coming months is because this is your why. This is why you want to do it. It's not simply a case of losing body fat. There is an emotional connection, and it's important to make that emotional connection on a regular basis. So what I do personally, and what I find works really well for me, is to write that emotional connection down. I write it in a book, which I use on a daily basis multiple times throughout the day. So every time I open up that book, then I have that why staring in front of me. That's why I want to achieve what I want to achieve. That's why I put in a 13, 14, 15 hour day, working hard to make sure that I'm achieving what it is that I want to achieve. So write it down. Write it down somewhere that's prominent, somewhere that you'll see it on a regular basis, and make sure that you're always reminded. So when you feel like you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to get out of bed, is that you're always reminded of what your why is. So that's point 1, remember your why. And then I guess the second point is sort of taking on from there is that you want to share that why with as many people as you can. What a lot of people do is they tend to sort of internalize what it is they want to achieve and what it is, why they want to achieve it. And maybe afraid to sort of expose themselves in terms of setting them up for some failure. But having a support network with you, whether it's family or friends, can help in the long run. So for example, if you want to stick to a nutrition plan because you want to get fitter so that you can run around in the park with your kids or something like that, if you put that up on your fridge at home, when the family are going to be more and more supportive of you as you go through your journey. They're not going to try and tempt you with sort of all different sorts of treats and bad food, because they really understand the emotional reason why you want to achieve your goal. So share it with as many people, be open about it, put it on social media so that people understand what it is you're trying to achieve and can help you achieve it. And then the third point is something that we covered in, I think it was episode 1, when we were talking about goals, and that is to execute. So I make no apologies for repeating myself here, but executing is going to be key. So if you don't feel like going to the gym on a particular day, force yourself to go. Force yourself to just get dressed, get in the car, and just get to the gym. And as soon as you sort of sit yourself under that bar, ready to lift, you'll have the motivation. And then once you finish that workout, you'll be so glad that you did. There'll be, the feeling that you've accomplished something, the feeling that you've pushed forward onto the next phase of your journey, that you've completed that daily goal that you wanted to go and do, but also generally just feeling better for having exercised or having eaten well. It's an emotional sort of benefit that you can have from just doing that. So I just urge you to just get on with it, get out there, go do it. And I guess once you've actually gone out there and done it multiple times, it does get easier. So have that in your mind, that having these sorts of fluctuations of motivation are absolutely natural. It happens all the time. It happens to me, happens to, I imagine, 99.9% of the entire population, is that no one's at this sort of high motivational level all the time. You are a human being, you will sort of ebb and flow. So, but what I say is it does get easier. It gets easier to fall back on your habits. So if you've got a regular routine where you do something in terms of your diet, where you maybe, you eat breakfast at a certain time of day, or you eat the same thing at breakfast every day, or you enjoy a particular evening meal or something like that, that you've weaved into your nutrition plan, sort of, if you've got that routine, you've got that habit that's formed over time, it becomes a lot easier then to, even if you're not motivated, it's easier for you to fall back into that habit than to do something different. So what I would say is if you're persistent, you're going to form good habits, and you can fall back on those good habits when you come through to these times of motivational struggles, should we say. So there you have it, guys. That's a wrap on episode 3. If you liked the vlog today, hit the like button, share it across social media. Really helps me. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to head over to iamparadisefitness.com, where I've written a blog post that supports this video, so you can read about some of sort of the experiences and the theories that I've got behind this particular subject. And you can also read all the other blog content that I've got, and also some of the previous episodes if you want to do that as well. Also, head over to YouTube to subscribe to my channel, and you can get notifications as and when these videos go live. Really appreciate all the support, guys. Thanks very much for watching. See you tomorrow.